Hi friends, today we read a story about Abuelo and Three Bears by Cherry Tallow. It was a quiet Sunday. Abuelo and his grandfather sat on the front porch. Abuelo and Amuelo, do we do we have to wait much longer? When will everybody get there? Your cousins will arrive soon, Abuelo answered, and we will have a fun dinner. I will tell you a story to help pass the time. Once there was once there were three bears who lived in the woods. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and their little Osito. One Sunday morning, Papa Bear woke up as grumpy as ever. Then he smelled something good. Mmm, frijoles, he said. Abuelo, you are joking? Laughed Amuelo. Bears don't like beans. Well, all the bears I know like frijoles, said Abuelo. Papa Bear got up and rushed down to the kitchen. Buenos dias, said Papa Bear to Mama Bear and Osito. Papa Bear sat down at the table and tucked a napkin under his chin. How are the frijoles? Are they ready yet? He asked. Yes, answered Mama Bear, but they are still too hot to eat. I can't wait, said Papa Bear. I'm so hungry I could eat an elephant, Abuelo said. Abuelo, said Amuelo. Bears don't eat elephants. Amuelo answered Abuelo. You must never argue with a hungry bear. Stubborn Papa Bear didn't listen to Mama Bear's warning. Hey, he growled, jumping out of the chair. These beans are too hot. I told you so, said Mama Bear. Why don't we take a walk into town while they cool? All right, grinned Papa Bear. Those mouth was still burning. So the bears left their breakfast to cool and went out. Just then, in another part of the woods, a girl named Transitas set out from her house to visit her friend, Osito. She was called Transitas because she had long black braid. Abuelo called out. The girl in this story is called Goldilocks, and she has blonde hair. Goldilocks, Abuelo shrugged. In my story, it was Transitas with her long black braids who came to visit, and she was hungry too. When Transitas arrived at Osito's house, she noticed that the door was open, so she stepped inside and followed her nose until she came in the three bowls of beans. First, Transitas tested some beans from the great big bowl, but they were too hot. Then she tested some from the medium-sized bowl, but they were too cold. Finally, she tested some from the little bowl, and they were just right. So she finished them all up. Now Transitas decided to sit in the living room and wait for the bears to return. She sat in the great big chair, but it was too hot. She sat in the medium-sized chair, but it was too soft. Then she sat in the little chair, and it was just right until crash. Stop. Oh. Abuelo, what's Transitas going to do? Asked Amuelo. She broke her friend's chair. Don't worry, Abuelo said. She will come back later with glue and leave it like new. Transitas was feeling very sleepy. She went upstairs to take a rest. First, she tried the great big bed, but the blanket was stretchy. Then she tried the medium-sized bed, but it was too lumpy. Finally, she tried the little bed. It was too small, but it was too cozy and soft that Transitas soon fell asleep. When the three bears came home, Papa Bear headed straight to the kitchen to eat his feijoas. Hey, he crowed when he saw his bowl. Somebody's been eating my beans, and somebody's been eating my beans, said Mama Bear. And there's only one bean left in my bowl, said Ozito. Then the three bears went into the living room. Hey, said Papa Bear, when he saw that his chair had been moved. Somebody been sitting in my chair, and somebody's been sitting in my chair, said Mama Bear. And my chair is all over the place, said Ozito. The three bears climbed the stairs to check out the bedrooms. Papa Bear went first. Mama Bear and Ozito followed behind him. Hey, said Papa Bear, when he locked in the bedroom, somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and somebody's sleeping in my bed, said Mama Bear. Look who is sleeping in my bed, said Ozito. He ran over to Transitas and woke her up. Then they all had a good laugh. By now it was getting late. Mama Bear said they would walk Transita home to make sure she got there safely. Papa Bear did not like this idea. Another walk. He crawled. What about my frijoles? There will be beans at my house, offered Transitas. I will bet that made Papa Bear happy, said Abuelo. You are right, said Abuelo. Here's what happened next. When they arrived at Transitas' home, they sat down at a long table with Transitas' parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, and lots of cousins. They ate pork and fish and chicken and tortillas and beans and salsas so hot it brought tears to their eyes. And they were laughed and shared stories. So you see, Abuelo, said Abuelo, Papa's bear, had to wait a long time to eat his frijoles. But in the end, he had a wonderful meal and lots of fun, just as you will when your cousins arrive. Is that the end of story? Abuelo asked. Yes, answered Abuelo, and it's the end of your waiting too. Bye bye. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Bye.